Hello. Try the commands which are taught in this video at least twice. Once by watching the video, like take a pause and then do it, and once without even looking at it. Now let's go through some commands. If I do you already remember ls minus al command, so I'm just going to put as call it as ls minus altr so that it sorts the files by giving latest file at the end. So you'll see that this current date.txt file is modified on August 17th, 2306. If I run the date command now, you will see that the current time is also 2306, right? So this particular file is recently modified. So we are going to come to that exactly how this file is going to get modified. Now, if I want to clear all the text here in the console, right? I don't want to see it, then I can type in clear command, right? So I'll go at the top. Now again, if I do pwd, it's home ani, right? Okay, now again ls minus al and I want to see top few lines in current.txt. Then there is a standard way of doing it, right? I can just open vi and then current date.txt, right? Okay, and then of course I can see the first few lines. You can see that at the top or at the bottom right corner it says 1 1 1 2 2 3 4 5 6. So these are the first few lines. Similarly, if I want to look at the last few lines, then I can say escape, of course, escape mode, colon, dollar. I go to the end and then I'll see the last few lines, right? Of course, I can do this. But now, we have to use commands so that we can do these things quickly, right? So the first command that I'm going to teach you is head command. If I say head current date.txt, right? So I'm not opening the file. It's all happening on the terminal and press enter. Then it is going to give me the first few lines in the current.txt, right? Now, if I want to see the last few lines, head opposite is tell, right? So things are quite logical actually. You could guess that. So if I say tell, as you can see, this is August 17, 1648 something, and this is towards the end of the day, right? If I do date, then you'll see that it is 2308. So there is somebody, right? There is somebody. If I scroll up, okay, that I have already cleared, but you must have noticed that current date is being written in this file current date.txt after every minute or so, right? So this is 0501 0602 0703 0801. So as the time moves, somebody is inserting this date and time into this file. Now how that is happening? So you know what is a chronological order, right? So it has something to do with the time, in the order of time. Similarly, in case of Linux, I'm just trying to tell you that word chronological because I want you to remember that command. The command is cron tab. So cron tab is a setup in such a way that you can tell Linux to execute a certain command at a given time, right? And it's quite flexible. So I'm just going to show you one sample, but then later on you'll have to go and read on the internet. I'll give you one link also which will tell you exactly how to set up that command so that it execute in a particular interval automatically, right? So first I'll go to another tab, and if you say cron tab minus L means list actually, and minus E means edit. So you can edit also cron tab. So if I say cron tab minus L, all these things which are starting from hash, they are commented. So you can ignore that. But of course, you can read that later. But as of now, you can ignore those. This is the one at the end. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is it says every minute for every hour, every day of the month, every month, and every day of the week, you execute this command, right? Now, what is this command? So bash is the shell, you already know that. So in the bash, what I'm telling is execute the date command. So you already know the date command, right? You already know the date command. We have done that multiple times. Now this greater than sign, it tells to append this file, right? Now this is very important. If you give only one greater than sign, then it will overwrite this file every time. It will not append it. So when you say double greater than sign, then it means to insert the result of the date command into this file. So that is the reason if you again do ls minus al, okay, instead of that I'll do tell actually, right? So to see the difference, if you see tell, Last time when we executed tell, it was only up to 230801, but now you'll see that there are three more records inserted. So this is happening because of this cron command. So this cron command, after every minute, it is automatically inserting the date, the current date at that time into current date.txt. Now this cron command is very powerful, very flexible, and very useful, right? I mean, there are so many things that you want to do automatically, right? All those things could be done if you set up the cron command correctly, right? Now there is a very interesting website somebody has developed, because even after so many years of experience on Linux, it is always confusing to set up the cron job. So somebody has set up a very interesting website called as crontab.guru. So I'll give this link in the description of the YouTube video as well. So here it tells you exactly how to set up the cron command, right? So these are the first one, two, three, four, five. So these five things are really important, right, for any cron setup, right? Okay, so these five things, right? One, two, three, four, five. So if you use this cron guru crontab.guru website, then it will tell you exactly how to set up the first five things, right? For example, this says at 0405. It means that first is minutes and the second one is hours, right? So every day at 0405, whatever command you write after this will get executed. And of course, they are not going to give you the command, because it is up to you to set up that command. So now you have already seen the tell command, right? So it is going to give you the last few lines of a file without opening the file. You can also do tell minus 100 and then current. So this will give you the last 100 lines of that, right, without opening the file. So there are certain few more commands that are useful, that tell you, find out more things about the file without opening it. Like for example, if you want to find out the number of lines in a file, then again, simplest thing will be you open current date.txt, right? And here you will see that there are 379 lines in this particular file. But if you want to do the same thing without opening the file, then you can say word count, wc minus l is the number of lines, and then name of the file. Okay? It is giving you 387. Sorry, I read something wrong actually. So this is 387 lines in that particular file. Let me see what I did wrong. Sorry, this 379 is the current line, right? If I go to dollar, then this is 387. Okay, so yeah, so I did that mistake. So it is 387. So wc minus l will give you the number of lines without opening the file. Now there is one more thing. You can do tell minus f and then the file name. Okay? And if I press enter, you will see that this line got inserted and it automatically appended it here. So the cursor is not going back to the command prompt. It is exactly here. So after, let me press some blank enters here. So after 1 minute, if I come back here, then you will see that a new line is new line is automatically shown here, and it is waiting for that new lines to be inserted or the file getting appended, right? Unless and until I do control C, this will not go away actually. Like if I press enter, then it is just kind of taking the cursor to the next line, but not appending it. So we'll see like another command for say a minute or so, and then when we come back here, you'll see that for 2316 there should be like one more line that is like inserted here. Okay, now let me go back here. So you have seen this append, right? So output of one command is being appended to a file, right? So that is when you use greater than or greater than sign, depending on what you want to do. Okay, now if here, like for example here, if I do ls minus al and I want to find out how many files are in this folder, right? How many files are in this folder, then I can pass on the output of one command as an input to another command actually, right? As an input to, so it's like a pipe, that you take the output from tab and then use the pipe and then water your plants, right? Something like that. So here I can do ls minus al pipe command, and if I say wc minus l, right, then it is giving me 7 lines actually here. right? 7 lines. So now where is this these 7 lines coming from? So one, then two, three, four, five, six, and then even this total 36, right? It is counting that as one line. Because see, it doesn't care if these are the number of files. What it cares is actually the the output of like this, how many lines are there, right? So output of ls minus l command has 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 lines. But now let's say I want to find out only the files, right? Only the files. Then in that case, what I would do is I will copy this thing. Okay, I'll copy this thing and I'll say in between this I'll say grep dash, because I know that the real files have got dash rw dash in them, right? So I'll grep for that, and after that again I will pipe. So now you'll notice that, right? ls minus al, then after that I'm doing dash rw dash, then pipe, and then wc minus l. Okay, all right. No, it didn't like this. It didn't like this. Let me do this rw. Okay, so now it is giving me 6 actually. It is giving me 6 because this has counted these directories as well. So see, there are ways. If I keep on working on this, then I can put a backslash here to escape that, right? Yeah, okay, now it is giving me 4. So these are the 4 files that are so we learned one more thing, is that if you want to make sure that dash is part of this, then you need to use a backslash character to escape that dash. Otherwise it will be treating that dash as like one of the options. So that's why we are using backslash here. Now let's come back here. If I come back here, as you can see, by the time I was explaining you this, 3 minutes have elapsed, 3 or 4 minutes, and you'll see extra lines here. So I'm just gonna do a control C here. So if I do a control C, then only I'm gonna get out of this tail minus F command. All right. Thank you so much.